Hello, humans of the internet, and welcome to a new game of the Gallant Horde, featuring all those lovely people and me, because I'm here. Oh, there's
You're a
something weird
lovely
with cameras
people.
here. Odd. Hi.
We're getting my
So,
face twice.
yeah. Um, we get some new face today because today's going to be Fernando's first game with this character. That's gonna be awesome. So
Hello.
before we get started, a few things. Did you know that Sparabel is partner with the Humble Bundle? Yes, we are. That is fucking awesome. I highly recommend that thing. And I would even add that, for example, I myself had my eye on a Starfinder books collection, which is, always good to have. Uh, except from that, well, signups are open. Feel free to join. There's a waitlist, but feel free to join. It's great fun. There's a Discord. There's lots of fun stuff. Just come. It's awesome.
Do it.
All right. Let's meet our players today, if we don't mind. Starting with Will.
Hey guys, I'm Will and I'm playing Aksel, the rock and roll bard.
Yeah. Followed by Fernando.
I would Fernando, and today I'm playing Bazza, your local tradie carpenter.
Okay. Next we have Jamie.
Yes, hi, I'm Jamie, and I'll be playing Bergamot, the green witch druid who prefers to stay to herself.
Okay. Which is why she's in a party of many people. Then we have Lacey.
Hi, I'm Lacey, and I play Brya, the human cleric.
All right. Then Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit, and I'm going to be playing Dalia Bonnechance, and she's a witch. Her patron is Fate, and she's got a little orange cat, familiar named Lucky.
All right. And finally, Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle Aarons. I play Steve. That's sent to Steve.
Steve. Just Steve. Enough said. All right. Without further ado, you guys are currently in the Dancing Anvil. Just, going about your day. Nothing special planned. You can see Andeline just coming in, saying hi to everyone, just giving a quick wave, and going somewhere at the back of the bar until you all hear, "Motherfucker!" And she's coming back, pissed.
I've heard that
You have-
before.
Yeah, you have seen her a little bit angry. She's pissed at the moment. She's looking frantically around. She just rushed at the door and looked outside, came back still fuming, and just looked inside. "You all, come here." And she just gestures at all you six.
Okay.
You
Comes
don't
in, boss
have
lady.
anything planned right now. Yeah, it is. You don't have anything planned right now, do you?
Nah.
No.
No.
Good. Now you do. She just gets out a pouch of coins from behind her back. She's like, "All right, once I shall be your client. Some assholes has stolen my beer of the Bernstein. I was extremely proud of that thing. It has been sitting in the anvil for a while, and some asshole came and stole it and just left a note saying, 'Thanks, B.' That cannot stand. So here's the deal. You catch that guy and you come back with my Stein, please and thank you." It cannot
Steve
have
got
been
it.
Sorry?
Right.
What was that?
Steve panics for a moment and rummages through his bag and then pulls out a huge relief and pulls up his jeweled Stein and just holds it very close to him. Says no
Okay.
words. Just panic level immediately decreases.
Do you
Okay.
know who B is, Cher?
Not a clue. And that's what really bothers and annoys me. It cannot have been for more than a few hours. I have been there earlier today and it was still there. Okay, so here's the deal. I will act as a client today. So that's going to be a random contract for which you will have to pay the tithe to the Horde, of course. There's going to be 5 gold per people, plus 5 more if you can bring the Stein back. Does that work for you?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good, eh?
Then what the hell are you still doing here? Can you get my Stein now?
Did you see any strangers in the tavern earlier? Or?
She turns toward the bar and, usually to herself, a nice person just pops out from behind. No, I haven't seen anyone. Okay, that means that
Surprise
he's
Tamara?
extremely sneaky. That means that he's extremely sneaky if he managed to pass through everybody like that. That is a problem.
Was it locked up? Sorry.
Go
Sorry?
ahead.
Was it locked up?
No, it was exhibited on the wall. I mean, nobody would be dumb enough to steal from us. Apparently,
Well,
no, somebody is.
There's one person.
Apparently, yeah. Let's make that 0% if you don't mind.
Can I see the letter?
Yep. And she hands you like a small parchment. You can see that the bee has been kind of tilted in a way that it kind of looks like a heart.
That's cute. Okay.
Don't have any enemies or ex-lovers that might want to pull a prank on you like this?
I mean, enemies, too much to count, but no, not that I know of.
I'm gonna look over the paper to see if I can notice any like smudges or anything which might give me an indication of what this person was.
CSI Circle Creek.
Yeah,
Alright.
basically to see if there's like dirt or like food smudges or something like that to give any sort of hint.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Perception. Rolling the dice. Ooh, 23.
23, damn. Okay. Looking at it, you can see that it has been done in a haste, quite like just very, very quickly with a random quill. You can see a few wet sections of the parchment, but not wet as in like drenched, more like, small droplets here and there seem to be evocative of, snowflakes.
Okay, well, there's some water splotches on this. Maybe they came from outside with this letter? So it probably
Hope
wasn't
it wasn't somebody from inside.
Oh, just more that it wasn't a spur of the moment kind of thing. They probably came in here intending to do it.
Who would do that?
Well,
Yeah.
can Steve do something really dumb? Because that's what he does best.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
If I ever
We all
say
know
no
that's
to that
true.
question, just shoot me, okay?
Steve is gonna go to where it was, and I don't know if this is how it works, but can he like do a thievery check to see if like there were any way to replicate it, to see if there's anything behind around it, tool work wise or something?
You're gonna like Sherlock from the movies, where you like
You're
mentalize.
trying to recreate the scene and try to see like how it could have been stolen. Yeah, give me a thievery check. I'm done with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
While he's doing that,
Oh, I rolled
while
really
you-
bad. That's a 12,
Well,
which means I rolled a
From
5 on
what-
the die. Steve's good at thievery, y'all.
yeah. Steve is looking at the room, and especially this sort of shelf in which it was exhibited. And from what you can gather, somebody came in, took it, and left.
All right. So,
All
It
right,
seems to be a pro.
I would like to try something.
Yes.
I have this little spell called
Okay.
object
I'm
reading.
afraid we need to.
Object reading.
oh,
I can touch something and learn a
Uh-huh.
piece of information about an emotional event that occurred involving the object within the last week. So wherever it was
Oh.
on display,
I
I
like
want
it.
to. Mama,
Okay.
spells this morning.
So, an emotional information about that thing. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
What you get as a feeling is a deep sense of pride. Like,
Mm.
like this was not necessarily, hastes, like a spur of the moment kind of thing. This is something that seemed to have been planned and so well executed that the person was super proud.
Mm.
You,
Okay.
I would say that you also get like a huge, huge after feeling of cockiness.
Mm. I will share that information with the team.
Yeah, what I think happened was like someone like walked in, grabbed it, and then they like walked out.
What if they ran? Like, what if they ran?
Steve drops
run-
the
run
floor
it-
and just like looks at the floor to see if there are footprints.
Give me a perception check.
Please be bad, because that would be funny.
I've always
20.
something like
Stories.
I got a 20.
Just for the shit of it, could you give me an intelligence check to go with that?
Yeah.
To interpret your results.
Here's where it's gonna be bad.
This will be good.
Yeah. That's accurate.
Okay.
Oh,
You see dozens and dozens of footprints within the tavern. You think that this is definitely an organized band.
There
There
are
were
like
several people.
so many footprints. Like
And
this
I
was
would say that with a 20 perception, it seems that one of them is Dalia.
you.
Dun, dun, dun.
You were like
Okay.
totally one of them.
I just walked in here just now, sweetheart.
I trusted you.
I don't know if you really did.
Axel, you wanted to say something?
yeah. Axel has something he would like to do. He would, seeing he's in the pub every night playing music, he would
Mhm.
like to read the air and recall knowledge on society to see if he thinks there was or can recall anyone suspicious sort of casing the joint over the last week or so.
Absolutely. Is that a roll or is just
Using using society it as a role.
Okay, give me a society roll.
Oh, it's a 10 total.
Hard to say if somebody was actually, casing, as you would say. One thing that you would notice that at some point there was a guy in the anvil who, seemed very enthusiastic about your music and sang along. But you haven't seen his face before. That's the only thing you could recall.
Okay.
But it was a few days ago, though.
I want to ask Andeline, was there like a contest for this that maybe one of the rivals, was particularly upset that you won, or somebody whose name started with B? Any kind of clue with that?
You can see that in the meantime, Andeline has been sharpening a knife. And she's like, well, they were not that upset, to be honest, because we have won that quite a few years in a row. So by now they're used to us winning. So, I mean, they might be a little bit, disappointed, but not necessarily surprised or upset to the point of stealing that. I mean, what would it accomplish? It doesn't make them any
Well,
less losers.
It's annoyed you. That might be the goal.
Well, if that's the goal, they succeeded.
I think we're done in here.
I think we should start rolling around town and see if I can recognize this guy that I saw that was in here the other night.
Shady bloke.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're heading out?
Yep.
Now.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to stress that even though it is -2 degrees outside, Bazza is wearing shorts and sandals.
That
All
tracks.
Getting out, it is chilly as all fucks. There is a very strong wind. There is, I mean, it's sunny, but behind gray clouds, it's absolutely disgusting. You have a heavy, thick layer of snow that is just remaining from the last few days that just hasn't subsided yet. It's yeah, everybody's not only wearing coats, they're wearing blankets and whatever they can find to just, endure this day. Now that you're outside, where would you like to roam? Yes, Axel.
Axel would like to look for footprints that look like they are not just the normal walking people going about their business, like they've booked it off in a certain direction, off the beaten path or some such.
Steve will
All right.
help.
Yeah, then give me a perception check.
Oh, nat one.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. How about you,
12.
Steve? 12. Okay. Hard to say. There's a lot of movement in and out of the Anvil itself, and within Circle Creek, there's also like a lot of people walking. So kind of hard to find tracks that are really, different per se.
Yeah.
How would you like to
what about
proceed?
what about checking at the stables for like somebody who might have like come in from out of town, put up their horse?
Mhm.
I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, eh? That's good.
All right.
To the stables.
You arrive at the stables, where somebody is currently tending to the horses. This young lad.
Bazza
Wait, he's got
goes
a name. He's got a name. There's a spreadsheet.
Yes, please.
Bazza
Give
wants
it
to
to me.
go.
I do not have kit knowledge, so please give it
Hang
to me.
on. I have kit knowledge.
While that's happening, Steve turns to this new person that he does not know and goes
Yes.
basically to Bazza, "Hi, I'm Steve," and like extends his hand.
Bazza grabs his hand and shakes it. Bazza, mate, pleasure to meet you.
Does
His name's
that
Jalot.
start with a B?
Gelat? Okay.
He's
They,
a rock
them.
man.
Yeah,
They're a
the
rock
rock
man.
guy.
Rock guy?
Steve is immediately suspicious of Bazza because his name starts with a B.
Meanwhile, Brya and Bergamot do not remind him
Right.
what they're like.
And Dalia Bonnechance, no, it's nothing.
It's
right?
the B
Okay.
gang. Is absolutely the B gang. All right. So you approach this new person. Sorry, Jala?
Jalot. Jelot.
Gelat.
Jalot.
Okay, Gelat.
Like gelato, but
Like gelato.
Ah. Gelat. All right. And he's just, turning to horses and turning to you. Oh, hi, everybody. What brings you here?
Hey there, mate. You seen anyone, blokes come through on a rush?
I mean, usually when people come to get the horses, they're always in a rush, but I mean, somebody specific in mind?
Yeah, like recently. Like, think about today.
There was this guy who was a little bit, I don't know, I've never seen him before. He was,
Did you catch his
wearing
name?
this. I haven't. He didn't stop to talk actually. He just like went through the city. I'm pretty sure I heard him giggle. And that kind of stood out because nobody giggles in that fucking weather. But yeah, he was, and he just points at somewhere in the forest. He was running like that way.
Can you describe him?
Oh yeah. He was, I mean, from what I could see, he was pretty good looking. Like sort of like a goatee, brown hair, somewhat tall. He had this sort of like red scarf or something. He was, yeah, human, I think, from what I could see. Yeah, no, seemed. I mean, at some point he turned and winked and was like, okay, yeah, cool.
Does
But,
that
Yeah, say
yeah.
does that
to
match
me.
the description of the guy that Aksel recalled?
That could definitely fit. You recall the goatee at the very least. The clothes did not match, but the face, the smile, the wink, that feels familiar.
All right.
Alright, is this our bloke then?
I reckon this is the guy we're after.
Yeah,
Did
you
he?
got a
Did he?
direction.
Did he have any unusual objects he was carrying, or?
I mean, he had a satchel and this very big bag that seemed like filled to the brim with like many kinds of items. I don't know. I saw some wood poking out. I have no idea what that is. It seems super heavy. Kids, come the fuck on. Okay,
And I say to you, sir,
fair.
Uh,
the fact that you all got it and I didn't say anything just proves that you're all in the gutter
You
with
just
me.
saw your fate, okay? Just like, is there a problem with that person?
nah, mate, don't worry about it. We got it.
we just
Yeah.
need to talk to him. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Steve is looking everyone very confused. He is. Yes.
You're cutting out, sweetie.
You cut it off a little bit.
Steve is looking around very confused because that's not true, and he it's confusing. Do we not need this person now?
We-
Okay.
We do
Bria
need to
just
talk
pats
to
him on the shoulder.
We do need to talk to him. That's
Stay
true.
with us, mate.
Yeah.
Well, if I see him around, I will let you know if you want.
Yeah, sounds good. Or maybe let the boss lady know.
Okay. I
All right.
mean,
Goodbye.
Let's head off in the direction of
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
the rock guy.
Where he pointed
Well,
it.
Yeah, before we leave, I'm just gonna put a little token in his hand and go, "Thank you," and head off. And it's a rat's head wrapped in bark.
they look at it and they're like, "Oh, I have no idea what to make of this. Thank you."
It'll keep you safe. Head off.
Right. You can see them just like gesturing to put it in a pocket and just reconsidering and just keeping in their hand for now.
If it matters at all, I gave him one of my little tokens, which gives a +1 save to any spell.
Okay, good to know. At the moment, he doesn't feel that safe, but he's appreciative. They're appreciative. Sorry about that.
Cool.
All right.
Can
So what's
See
the
any
forest?
tracks heading in the
can we pick up?
direction?
Yeah, can we pick up the track?
Yeah,
Give me a survival check. You can all roll it if you want.
Survival?
guess it's gonna have a bit of a look. See
Come
what
on,
we can
baby.
find.
22.
17.
Oh damn.
No.
20.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat one. Not happening.
Not great, but yeah, some of you get pretty good scores. Okay, as you head towards the forest, you do realize that, I mean, except from the tracks that you would expect inside the forest, you know, like just people getting wood and coming back and everything, there is this one set of tracks that seems to come from deeper in the forest. Seems to stand out a little bit from everyone. And it seems to be going towards Circle Creek.
Is it in a direction that we've been before? Because Dahlia's been in the woods a lot.
It's in the
Michael is
general
right.
direction, but not necessarily in a place you have already been. It's just you can also see with a score that you have that whoever that person was, they zigzagged quite a bit. It was not in a straight line through the trees. It was just like going left and right and left and then do a loop-de-loop and then back. It's a bit confusing to watch,
Trying to obscure their direction. We get that feeling.
potentially.
We're just like off the nut.
Weirdly enough, you only see the tracks that are going to the anvil, and not the ones going back into the forest.
Oh, so they were zigzagging on the way in.
Yes.
Hmm.
Guess
One
we
of
follow
the
them.
feet up backward.
They're not super recent. Thankfully, it hasn't snowed in a while, so they haven't been completely covered yet. But the more time goes by, you might have some trouble, following them after a while. So,
Is there a bird or something nearby? Any sort of animal?
yeah, you can give me a, you know what? Give me just a d20, like a random luck check.
All right, I'm
I
down for
love it.
this. That's a 19.
19. Okay. You do find on one of the nearby trees a squirrel that is just like nibbling on some hazelnut and just looking at you all.
I'd like to just turn to the squirrel. Don't approach it too much because don't want to spook it. And
Mhm.
I'm going to use wild empathy to try and make a request of it. Go, excuse me, Mr. Squirrel. We are looking for someone that came through here and ran into the forest. If you could lead the way to them, I would be happy to give you any amount of food that I have sitting in my pouch at the moment.
Okay, how does wild empathy work? Is it just like speak with animal, or
I-
does it have some specificities?
I just use a diplomacy check to make an impression on an animal and to make a very simple request of them. So I can't hear anything from them or anything like that, but I can ask something, and it's up to them whether or not they follow it.
Okay. Roll me the diplomacy check.
Okie
Yes, Steve?
I'm gonna re-roll that with my
Steve
inspiration.
is going to look at Bergamot and go, that's a squirrel.
All right, so I got a 15, and I go, yeah, it is. It's a real pretty one too.
You're
Squirrel
like
looks at you.
talking to it. Oh, go ahead.
Squeaker, squeak, squeakins. He's talking to the squirrel.
The squirrel looks at you and is considering your offer. You can see it just looking at the hazelnut it has in his hand and looking at you like with a hint of like, you got any better than that?
Right, I reach into my pocket and I pull out some of the dried fruits that I have from my rations pouch.
With unnatural speed, it goes down from the tree, through the snow, up your leg, grabs it, goes back to the tree. You only saw a blur. And then the squirrel just like nibbles on it and just like points to the side,
Yeah.
to like somewhere in the forest.
Okay, thank you. I like turn to the rest of the party and go, he
No acknowledgement, just nibbles.
pointed in that way.
Oh,
You can talk to squirrels.
Yeah, what Steve said. You want us to follow a squirrel, mate?
I mean, they kind of know the forest better than we do.
That's not hard. I don't go into the forest.
So, what's our
I trust him.
options?
I trust him. I
I've
trust the squirrel.
called it a mushroom before. This ain't the weirdest thing in this forest, sweetheart.
It's true.
Dalia's like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
Mushrooms don't have legs.
You need to come down to the pub more often. We'll have some beers. I'll tell you all the weird shit.
Oh, blimey.
I
Alright,
have
that's
like
not
questions.
follow the squirrel, I guess. Yeah. Nah. What do people think?
We're following squirrel.
Yeah, do what the squirrel says. Why not?
Yeah. Team squirrel.
All right. So, following the squirrel's instructions, I will say, you end up following exactly the tracks that you have found so far. Sometimes the tracks just vanish for a bit, and you start to look frantically around to try to find them. but just the squirrel's still like just walking along with you guys from branch to branch, and from time to time you just hear like a squeak, and you're just pointing like with the head a little bit further down the line, and you find the tracks again. Can I get
Every
a
time he does
survival-
that, I give him a little bit more food again.
All right, you can see that the squirrel is getting slower and slower by every time you give it food. Can I get a survival check from anybody?
12.
Oh, okay.
One.
The few times where you lost the tracks, you feel it's not just wind. Like somebody purposefully, wiped the tracks for a bit to try to put somebody off tracks.
But we're
But
still
thanks
following
to-
them along.
Yep. Yeah, thanks to the as Adam said, like the global positioning squirrel.
Yeah.
You can, that was, hey Kai, do not give me that
I'm
food.
so
This is
mad
for-
about it.
This is for Adam, okay? For once I'm innocent. All right. So following the GPS, you do find the rest of the tracks and can continue to follow it.
And then what happens?
And then
You're yeah.
Sorry, before we continue, go.
Yes.
Did we want to try and approach this quietly? If he's camped out here or something, then we probably don't want to alert him.
probably wise.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nah, yeah, that's not a good idea.
In that case, I would accept a stealth check from everybody.
Oh, that's not good news.
Yeah, we're doing bad.
Go gadgets,
Mars
stealth
low.
Steve.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh!
23.
19.
We did very well.
Yeah,
Oh,
Look
guys.
at us.
Whoa!
Global 1 is 15. Holy crap. The stealthiest you've ever stealthed. Nice.
Not
Literally.
seeing Fernando's up there.
Did not roll. Fuck that. Hold on. Your lab work with me, please.
Mhm.
Might just. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
14.
14. There we go.
Still pretty decent. Okay. You're getting a bit deeper. And the vegetation is starting to change a little bit. You still have your trees and bushes and whatever's left, considering the extreme cold that you are under right now. You do see a little bit more vines, as in, like not vines, those plants that just like grow and just keep going up and up, like along walls and stuff like that.
Mm.
I don't know.
Like
called in
ivy,
English,
something
Michael.
like that.
Ivies
like
and stuff
thinking-
like that. Yeah. You see more and more of those around. But nonetheless, the tracks continue. Still more chaotic by the minute. They zig it and zag it. At some point, you feel like you're running in circles. But yeah, just following them relentlessly. You're getting colder, extremely cold. There's not as much wind as you used to have, but just being in the middle of those woods with barely any light coming through, you're very, very cold. But you push on. After a while, the squirrel does not follow anymore. You can see it puking in a nearby bush. It ate a little bit too much. You're on your own for the rest of that track. So I will need a survival check from everyone.
Everyone.
While this is happening,
Yes.
Steve is going to carefully take his staff and tap his hand to cast produce flame just in his hand to keep himself warm.
Okay. So you have a tiny flame that is currently keeping you a little bit warm.
Bazza like
do you-
tightens up his. Sorry, go.
No, go on.
No, so Bazza's is gonna like tighten up his hoodie, like his jacket is like it's a bit nippy, eh?
Yeah. So, are you all right with?
Dalia looks down. Yep, bit nippy. Yep, say that's true.
Yeah, nah, should be good, mate.
Oh, okay.
You know she would.
enjoying that little bit of warmth and light coming from S- Steve's flame. How long does it last, by the way?
That is a wonderful question. Where are my spells? My spells are over here. Produce flame. It doesn't say because
Okay.
I'm not
So,
throwing it like it's an attack.
okay. In that case, I will assume that right now you still have your little lighter on. Okay.
Also, my
You-
survival is 21.
Okay, cool. Keeping an eye on the tracks is getting a little bit easier now. It seems that most of the efforts seem to have been closer to Circle Creek, and now they seem more straightforward. But as you're getting closer, you hear something weird, some weird sound. You're starting to realize that the usual sound of birds or squirrels and stuff like that has subsided to something else. Not exactly sure why. What, I mean. But it seems to be getting a little bit stronger as you get closer.
Sound like a
Some
voice or a musical instrument or
There's a mix of several sounds. Give me a perception check.
12.
Hard to make out that distance. It
17.
seems a bit 17. Okay. Your musician ear is picking up on a few different sound sources. A bit further down the line, a few hundred feet further,
If it
you
makes a
hear.
difference, I've got something for
Yes,
that.
do tell.
Whisper Elf, I can add a +2 circumstance bonus to seek an unseen creature that you can hear within 30 feet, which would make it a 19, if
Okay.
that applies.
That is not within 30 feet, it's way further, but you can pick up a few different sounds. You can hear some rustling. You can hear a weird buzzing sound, and you can faintly hear somebody singing.
Mm.
But it's a few hundred feet further down the line.
Guess we'll head towards the singing. I can hear singing. It's just
Alright.
informing the group what he hears.
Sings at forest.
Do you think it's this bee person? Was it bee because they're bees?
These.
Oh. It's not Gertrude. I just left her back at the guild hall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have to be
Hey.
there to find out.
Aksel instinctively starts sort of heading towards the singing.
Okay. So as you start walking and getting a little bit closer, a few of the sounds that you were picking up seem to be subsiding a little bit, but the singing is getting stronger. You're getting closer to that person. And at a certain distance, you're starting to hear this guy, a male voice, singing the following. The snow is relenting, colder than before. I'm freezing my balls off, can't take this anymore. So every day I stay and I lay and I pray. Will you please come out? Heard you from a mile away.
Can
Anytime now.
does
Yes.
Aksel recognize that song? Can he make a music law check?
Give me a musical check, yeah.
Dirty 20.
30-20. This seems to be an original composition. But with the dirty 20, you would be able to reproduce it.
Aksel starts singing along,
All right.
like sort of in a way to. He's singing along in a way to not appear threatening, like he's not,
Mm-hmm.
like he's just been taking a walk in the woods and he's Like, oh, this is someone else is singing. Like, that's what I usually do. So he's singing along to appear unthreatening.
All
Do you,
right.
want, do you want to check with that or
Yeah, give me a musical check for this one. Or is there like a
performance?
equivalent of performance? Yeah, I would take a performance check.
22.
Yeah, okay, that is pristine. And as you get a little closer, you arrive to sort of a clearing in the woods that seems to be, you know, a little more lighted. Less tree, less canopies, more light. And at the very end of it, a guy is currently in a hammock. Just an improvised hammock that he has put between two trees, just like, living his life, singing, and he just looks to the side towards you. He stops singing just to hear your voice a little bit more. And after just a couple of, verses, he just he just holds a hand and says, "All right, my friend, that's far enough. Just, you would be wiser to stop there. You can tell your friends to come along, though."
We're so is it the guy from the pub that
Oh
was
yeah.
singing along?
Oh yeah.
So he definitely knows.
Yeah, he has different clothes, but the guy is definitely the same. And he's looking at you with this like ultra bright smile and just this, side smile.
Aksel grins and reads the air.
Okay.
So it's surveying a social situation, showing courtesy to all around you as your intuition swiftly picks up clues about social context and unspoken assumptions of behavior.
Okay. Is that a roll?
It says as part of casting the spell, you recall knowledge using society to gain information about the immediate social situation.
Okay, in that case, give me a society.
So I guess he's trying to find out whether this guy's like actually aggressive or not. 18.
18, okay. He doesn't seem aggressive. The way he just told you to stop was more of a warning, but not in a like threatening kind of way. Just, it would be safer for you to just stop there.
Aksel's gonna sort of do the old halt, everybody. Is there a fire or anything?
Nope.
Does he have a fireplace? No. Okay.
Not at all. He just has this sort of like hammock that he's currently like sitting on now. He just like put his legs to the side and he's just swinging and looking at you.
So, it's an odd place to be taking a rest in a hammock, pal.
I mean, I figured you would end up going through here eventually. By you, the royal you guys, and the Leans people.
And why were you waiting for us?
Because there's no really avoiding the angry one sending people after me. There is, however, preparing for the people coming after me. Which is why I would rather that you just stay where you are right now. It's kind of safer for you. You see, there's some stuff in the forest that you don't want to really come through.
Bazza's going to try to look for traps. So like any sort of tripwires or something like that.
Okay, give me a perception.
17.
All right. With a 17, you looking around, you see that in the whole clearing, the snow has been rustled here and there, just like moved around and stuff. So a lot of things seems to have happened there. You do notice one spot where the snow is a little bit thinner, and you swear you could see hints of like a wooden, like board or something, a wooden plank or like a small patch of land that is not ground underneath, but that is thin wood.
Right. How far away would you say it is from where we're standing?
Right now, it would be around, 20 feet.
All right, good to know. So he's just like Bazza's gonna look at the direction of the wooden ground. It's called wooden ground. It's like, all right. So why do you want to make the boss lady angry?
You know, as a matter of fact, I didn't. That was just a cherry on top. What I wanted was this, and he just pulls out from behind him a beautiful Stein with an engraving on the side, and he just puts it back. He says, "See, here's the thing. You guys are starting to get a name for yourselves. You know, the Gallant Horde, helping people, the people who in need, the people who have problems, blah 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 blah. So, taking something from you gives me a name, gives me some legitimacy. So, you know, this seemed like a good trophy."
What is your
And
name?
her, oh, I have not introduced myself. My deepest, deepest apologies. He just grins and not answer. Yes, Steve?
Oh, Steve is actually raising his hand.
Yeah, my man.
Oh,
Tell me.
you didn't say your name. So if you're making a name for yourself, I don't know you. So like, what's your name?
He just starts to belly laugh. He's like, "Oh, you? I have a feeling I'm going to like you. You know?
I got that a
Well,
lot.
yeah, and I understand why. And you know what? Because you made me laugh today, and a laugh a day makes the doctor go away, I'm gonna give you my name. My name is Balek. Nice to
It's a
meet you.
bee.
A bee.
Yes.
Extremely
Steve.
perceptive.
Good job.
Down with the frozen ball sack. I mean, if you're thinking about that, like maybe you should go see a doctor.
I really should, like I hated my parents for a long time for that, but at some point you have to let it go. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Bazza, mate.
Bazza, mate. Nice to meet you. All right. So from where I'm standing right now, we have a little bit of a conundrum. So you need that thing. I need that thing. And I don't really have any incentive to give it to you. So, how about you go back to the angry lady and we call it a day?
That shit ain't gonna fly. That doesn't
isn't.
belong to you. It is coming back with us, one way or t'other, and you can either give it up freely, and we'll forget this whole thing, or my friend's here, and he's going to gesture to the people who are way tougher looking than Aksel. We'll make sure we get it back. So it's over to you, bud. I thought you were a pretty cool dude when we were rocking out in the pub the other night, singing
I
and
am.
whatnot. Turns out you're just a slippery piece of shit that was casing the joint. I don't like thieves. I don't care how you justify this to yourself, you ballsack, whatever. So hand it over.
We were having such a friendly conversation and you go to threats immediately. That is sad.
You were the one that made the threat first, buddy.
Oh no. That was just like honest to all the gods. I was just looking out for your safety. I have no intention of harming you. Just making sure that you do not come after me.
Don't bullshit a bullshitter.
While they're talking, can Dalia do something? She wants to do a prestidigitation and make a replica of the mug.
Oh, Okay. So it's an illusion, or does it actually
Yeah, it's well,
produce
no, it's an
anything?
actual thing. It's just very flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary object of negligible bulk, made of congealed magical substance. So it looks
Mm-hmm.
crude and artificial, but like from a distance. I'm thinking if we can distract him, like I'm just having it in case it might work.
I would like you. Huh. I would like you to roll me though a perception check to see if you can recall what the Stein looked like before it was stolen.
Okay, was it in the back room? Because Dahlia's been in the back room a couple times.
It was in the back room, so I would
Okay.
call that with like
Alright.
an advantage.
Sorry, just how far away is he from us?
Right
22.
now, hold on, let me tell you that right away. He's roughly like, you guesstimate like 60 to 70 feet.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, Dalia, no problem. You can recreate the general shape of the Stein
Okay.
with engraving and all. He just jumps down from the hammock and just, slaps his thighs and just like, well, in that case, I think it's time we parted ways. So I bid you all adieu. And just so you know, man, I cased the joint long ago. I really, really came for the music. See you around. And he just bows and starts to head further away from you, deep into the
Days.
woods. Sorry?
What?
Days. She casts days.
And
Oh, what
I'm
does that
also
do?
at the same time going to cast Lose the Path.
Okay, I'm gonna need some information about what all of that does.
Yeah, I had something too. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
but so it does also. We'll go in order.
I
Okay,
was gonna
so
do a thing too.
Mhm.
I need a DC 17 will save.
Okay, so give me 1 second, because that's going
Oh,
to
no.
require some stuff.
I also need a DC 17 will save as well, so that saves time.
He's
Okay,
not
so
walking away.
a what now you need? Sorry,
Will save.
will save for both.
We lost Lacey.
Okay, let's do that. First one is going to be a 13 for Bria.
So that's a fail because it was a 17 DC.
Okay, and for Bergamot, that's going to be a 14.
Also fails.
Wow, cool. He's
Can we
doing
still
shit.
see the Stein? He left it out.
Nope. He has put it back somewhere in the satchel.
Can we see the satchel?
You do see the satchel. So now that you've cast it, I'm gonna until Bria comes back. Bergamot, what does your spell does?
My spell, since he failed it, means that
Yes.
all squares are difficult terrain for him.
Oh, okay. So you see him starting to walk with a little bit of unease.
Yeah. To make it clear, Lose the Path basically throws up illusionary terrain around him to make it like confusing. So,
All right. He looks confused.
Good.
Until Bria comes back, Steve, I think you also had something.
So Steve doesn't know what he kind of
You're cutting off.
holds. Bitch. Steve just kind of holds his staff real tight and says, "Come on, do something helpful."
Okay.
And he ends up casting Summon Fae.
Oh.
So he summons a brownie.
Brownie as in the food.
No, as in the little
Sprite.
sprite.
Oh, right. Okay. My apologies. Okay.
It just appear like in his face.
Like right in front of him.
I think so.
And-
yes.
Do you have a range on that?
I'm kidding. You said he was 60 feet. He 30 feet.
70 actually. 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit closer. What we are going to do, until we get Bria back, we're gonna already have a break, because that seems like a good place to stop and allow for technical issues, because I want to see what happens with the brownie.
Oh.
During the
too.
break, Adam is going to run a marble race, and the giveaway. Kit, tell us about it.
Oh yes.
It's a beer Stein dice bag made by
So
my
good.
very talented daughter.
That is
It's just amazing.
So dope.
So,
So cool.
oh yeah, it is
She made
absolutely
this
awesome.
for a D&D group we were in the first session. Somebody who was in a tavern took their mug and threw it, and that just became like a thing that person did. So she wanted them to have a soft thing that they could actually throw in game and not hurt anybody.
We should
Amazing.
we should always have thematic giveaways.
Right.
Honestly, this is amazing. Okay, in that case, you guys, we see you in just a few minutes. In the meantime, Adam, I leave the screen back to you. See you soon. And welcome back. And congratulations, Fernando, for winning the Stein that everybody wanted. You will not at all be resented for this. That's okay. So back in the middle of the forest, Brya. Before you cut out, you tossed a spell his way, and he did not make his save. So what does Daze do?
How much did he fail by?
He had a 15, if I recall.
So it's just a failure. So he takes 3 mental damage.
3 what?
mental damage.
3 mental damage. Ooh, okay. You can see him like struggling to move around the nearby terrain and like holding his head like he's having a brain freeze or something. And yeah, I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Time to kill a guy.
Okay, where is initiative on here?
Perception.
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 Thank you.
Ooh,
Not bad.
It's not bad for me. Usually relatively low.
Okay, why don't I see it in your initiative? Just give me a second. That's
There we
weird.
go.
Well,
Jack's
Brya,
has
you
been
got-
keeping it on page because it's been so weird.
yeah, I will just try something because we had a check about that. 25 for him. Steve, you got a 16. Aksel, 22. Damn, you guys have good initiative. Dalia, that's gonna be 15. And Bazza, Bazza mate is at 20. That brings us also to Badek. That's going to have a. Okay, cool.
Just say false back. We know who you mean.
There we go. In that case, I believe that. Wait, is that normal?
yeah, change it.
Sort now. There we go. That's what I needed. Perfect. Brya, you're on. What do you do?
Ooh,
Oh,
how far am I away?
hold on. Let me give you a little visual about the scene.
Woo!
I love visuals. They're my favorites.
I know.
Oh dear.
So,
That's my friend.
yeah, in the middle of the field, 30 feet away from you, you can see a wonderful little brownie. Just had their makeup done. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do this. So, Brya, what do you do?
Oh, I would have been 10 feet closer.
Okay.
And then
It was 60 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
let's see.
60 feet for me.
Why is everybody? Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. So,
I'm going to move. 25.
move where?
Right here, as far as I can get.
Right. Okay. Just so you know, right here
Mm-hmm.
is the little piece of wood that Bazza noticed. Right
Did he say that?
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
did
I
you
was
tell
going to say that I bought for
You didn't
everyone.
mention it.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then she'll cast magic weapon.
Okay, what does that do?
It just changes my weapon into a magic weapon.
Okay. Cool. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Cool. It is now Balek's turn. He had pretty good initiative. He is going to just run over there. Actually, he's going to run over there and try to just like get prone in the bushes. You saw what bushes he went to. You do not have an actual visual on him at the moment. He's in the bush, but you know which bush he is in. That is going to be all for him at the moment. Bergamot with Aksel on deck.
Okie dokie. So, I am going to clap my hands onto my staff and then just channel my power and turn into a reindeer.
Okay. Not gonna lie, I don't have a reindeer token at the moment.
So yeah, a deer or anything like that. Will do fine.
I
Didn't
have
have
none
a
of that, but I
reindeer?
will. Hold on.
In this economy?
I will. Give me a second. Okay. Is that like large or a normal size?
It's a medium-sized creature. So. Oh yes,
That was
Yes.
amazing.
Right at the moment.
that is amazing. All right. And then I am going to start moving. Yeah, probably there. That'll do.
Where to?
Oh, I do not have control over the deer.
Oh, my apologies. I will. Da-da-da. You should have control over it now, hopefully.
Thank you. I'm going to move in a straight line right over there.
Well, you would, except when you arrive right here.
Okay.
I moved you back.
Yep.
You feel the hole giving. You feel the ground giving way under you, and you fall into a pit.
Okay.
Taking.
Been
just
there,
give me
done
one
that.
second. Sorry? Yeah,
They say
that's
when
commonly
we do
called
that-
as the Dalia special.
They fold it
You're
on
gonna take 4 points of damage,
Points. Okay.
and you hear a very heavy giggle from outside of the hole. You are currently roughly 10 feet down,
Okay.
and in deer form, which I might add is probably not the best in order to climb.
No, but I can probably. Well, I won't be out of this turn, but
Probably
she's
try, but
already
this
moved.
is worth considering. So,
That reindeer can fly though.
just so I know, do you want to try to get out of it? That would probably take your action to try to get out of it.
Yeah, well, I already used all my actions to move and
All right.
such, so that's me for this turn.
Does Chomps do anything?
No, not unless I command him to. He's
Cool. Okay, that brings
basically
us to
just
Aksel.
riding on my back.
Aksel with Bazza right after.
Aksel is gonna say, "Let's rock!" and cast Lingering Composition. So I need to make a performance check, and it says the DC is usually a standard difficulty DC of a level equal to the highest level target of your composition. I have no idea what that means. But
You're
I'm just going to
asking
make.
me?
Yes, I'm asking you, Game Master. But I make a
This
performance.
is my 4th Pathfinder game overall. Okay,
Hey, we're all learning. Anyway, my performance check is 21
that's pretty good.
for that Lingering Composition.
Yeah. And
So
what effect does it do?
it please hold. I'll just go back to the composition. Success, the composition lasts 3 rounds. Critical success, the composition lasts 4 rounds. But I need to do that to extend the benefits of my what I'm going to do next.
Okay. So what are you going to do next?
I'm going to cast Biting Words with an 18 to hit. I don't need to be able to see him.
Yeah, you do.
Huh?
You. I mean, no, if it's biting words, you would only need to hear it. He would only be able to hear you, I would say, no?
Yeah, it doesn't
Does it
say
say
anything about sight.
Okay. Yeah,
It
yeah,
says
then in that case.
attack, auditory. So
Okay,
it's
so
an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. 18 does not hit.
Oh, okay.
He just hear your insult, and just above the bush, you can just see his hand going like you, and going back down.
All right, that is Axel's turn.
Okay, which brings us to Bazza.
Just a quick note, I put the DC by level in the chat for this week's mission. It's 18, if I've done, I believe, done the thing correctly.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that
Um,
seems right.
So that
Which
means
brings
it's a
me-
success. So it's 3 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Which brings me to Bazza's turn. First thing, we can still hear him, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, which means I can use Hunt Prey to give myself bonuses to Perception and Survival.
Mm-hmm.
That's an action, and I'm going to move. What's the mover? I can move. Yeah, I can move. Yeah. If I do movement there, and I want to use an action to see if I can find more traps.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You could roll survival if you want.
I'll roll Perception. It's better.
Up to you.
That's 17.
Okay. There is a pretty hefty one that seems to be right there.
All right, I'll point out we've got more traps there. Watch your step.
I would actually show it to you, just the location, just so you, like, since you communicated that to your party,
Yeah.
they know where it is. All right.
And
Is that
that's
your
all
turn?
my actions for this turn. So yeah.
Okie dokie. Steve, you're up with Dalia on deck.
Does Brownie?
You cut out a little bit. Does Brownie what?
Does she go before or after me?
I'm gonna leave it that to you.
Okay. She'll go before me, and I'll just say,
Mhm.
"Hey, he's got a thing we need. Can you go get it? It's like a cup and shit." So she's gonna go around. I don't have control of her though.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Question: does Brownie? Is that like a flying creature, a walking creature? What is that?
She walks. She has less speed. She only has 20 feet.
Okay. So where is the Brownie going through?
She's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 to start.
Mm-hmm. You can do that first movement for starters.
Yep. Oh, I
You
have it
should
now.
have control now,
5, 10,
hopefully.
15, 20.
Okay, as she goes there,
Mhm.
you hear a snap,
No!
followed by the Brownie going, "Oh, fuck," and just some snow just suddenly poofs out, and for a while you're almost afraid that the Brownie exploded. But as the snow just settles down, you can just see the Brownie completely covered in like ropes and stuff that just completely, gift wrap them. And you can see that this whole area here is actually covered in such like fine pieces of wires ready to spring at any given time.
Cool.
At the moment, she's not hurt, she's restrained.
Cool.
Is there a saving throw that goes with that? Or does that just happen?
This just happens.
Can
But
she
it's-
try to use her action to cut herself free with her short sword?
She could, absolutely.
Okay. How do I do that? How do I just
I
roll
would
a
say
die?
roll an attack, yeah.
Sorry.
Or you might not have. Yeah, don't worry.
Is there just a roll die thing on here?
There is in the upper
Yeah,
right.
on
You
the
should
top.
see a die icon.
Oh, all the way up there. Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's a no.
That's a no.
That's
She's trying to reach the short sword, but it's currently like one arm is like this, one arm is like this, and she cannot reach it for the life of her.
Bernice, no. I don't know her name. I've just named her Bernice.
Bernice.
It's a big name.
Of
And,
course you
and
did.
Bernice is like, it too, Steve.
So Steve is gonna move 5, 10. He sees
Okay.
that one marked 15,
Yes.
20.
Mm-hmm.
For his turn, how far away is he? 50 feet. Does that spell need sight? Nope, but it does need 30 feet. What's this one do? No, I need to see. Cool. Is dashing a thing in Pathfinder? I'm so sorry. This is like my first.
You can use one of your 3-action economy to do your movement again.
Okay. So I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Where to?
I'm gonna follow the brownie's path.
Okay.
So just moving 25 feet forward.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, actually, can I go there? And then I think I have one action economy. Can I try?
Can you try what? You cut off.
Can I try to cut her free?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roll me an attack.
Okay. I have so many things open right now. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, it's all good.
Let's just do that. Okay. 12.
Right. You managed to cut some of the ropes that are currently holding her. It's gonna take her a while to just get out of them. You do get a few nicks on her skin as you do so, a little bit clumsily.
Tracks.
She's looking at you with like eyes like this, like, why would you do this to me? And she's heavily disappointed in Steve. But she's
Steve
about to
has
turn
one
her
tear roll down his,
The tear
and that's it.
freezes instantly. That brings us to Dalia with Brya on deck.
I'm gonna point in this direction. Let my team
Okay.
and then snap my fingers and turn invisible. Just so my team knows which direction. And I'm gonna try to skirt around and try to get here.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight line through there. Do I have any problems doing that?
I don't see any problem at the moment.
Okay, so Dalia's going here,
Mm-hmm.
and Lucky's just gonna follow. That's my action.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Cool. That brings us to Brya.
Yep. And she's gotta go a ways.
Should I put a thing on to show I'm invisible?
Hold up. Yeah, if you can put like a little
Ninja thing
mention on it. But I will remember that you are currently invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So can I use all 3 of my action economy to move?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I just need to know the path that you're going to take.
Yep. So.
Holy crap.
Oh wow.
There.
So Brya is Sonic, basically. Okay, good to know.
Well, yeah,
Um,
25 feet times 3.
Okay. Before you do so, as you reach here,
Oh no.
you have a sudden realization. The trap that Bazza pointed out to you seems to be a decoy to lure you to go around it. And you hear a small snap followed by a,
Oh boy.
and you see a big projectile going your way, coming from one of the nearby trees. I would need from you a reflex save, please.
Reaction.
That's an 11.
Reaction.
Yes.
Counter performance. I make a performance check, and Brya can use the better of the two between her save and mine.
All right. Do so.
Um,
So she got an 11. How much are you gonna get?
28.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm guessing you're using this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Wasting those
avoid.
good rolls on a mission when you could be using them in the pub to make some gold.
Yeah.
You notice that the projectile coming your way, about yay wide, emits a weird sound. And as it crushes where you were, because you were just sprinting the whole way and you managed to get to the place you wanted to, crashing in your stead is a big bee's nest.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Currently disturbed, and lots of bees are flying around everywhere.
You have on a stick.
I will position them so you know where they are. There you go.
Honey
Thank
biscuit.
God that's over there.
At the moment, they're not spreading any further, but they're there. Is that your turn?
And I'm going to use my Intimidating Glare, which looks like it's a free action.
Okay, what does that do?
It's a Demoralize.
Oh, nice.
So.
So no rolls, it just happens?
Yep.
Okay, so you got, how much does his AC? I think it's -1 or something when he's demoralized. I believe it's a -1. If somebody can confirm, I believe it's that. If not, that's going to be my ruling.
I think it's a -1. A circumstance, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry,
Okay.
I will say Intimidating Glare just means that you can demoralize without having to say anything. You still have to do the demoralize action.
Oh,
Looking.
it's still an action. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it would still take you an action to just stare him down.
Okay, so forget it.
Cool. Good to know.
That's my turn then.
It's Balik's turn now. He is going to move a bit away from you. A little bit further, actually. And
Come closer.
he's actually going to aim at... what's the name of the brownie again?
Bernice.
I have named her Bernice.
Bernice, okay. And he is going to roll... he's going to try to attack her with his sling.
He's a monster, is what.
He's a monster. That's going to be a 27.
Yeah, that I'm sure that hit.
Okay, that's going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And as his third action, he's just going to yell at the top of his lungs, "I saw him! He did it!" and point at you. To try to convince Bernice that you were the bad guy all along. That's going to be his turn. Bergamot.
Oh,
At the bottom of the hole,
Steve.
what do you do?
Okay, so this hole, is it
Demoralized.
like flat walls, like straight vertical walls, or are we talking like it's kind of like a pit, just like awkwardly shaped?
It's a makeshift pit that seems to have been done like as fast as possible. So you would have ways to just like grab on.
Scramble up the side?
I would still just because I'm a bad person, I would still probably ask you for an acrobatics.
Okay.
See how it
Um,
goes.
Dear
And
Steph.
I do athletics to just fucking sprint at and just go.
Okay, so Naruto run around the roll. Okay, yeah. Give me an athletics. I'm down for this.
Okay,
Thank
dokie.
you.
So I'm going to roll this athletics, but the adjustment is different.
Mm-hmm.
So that is. You know what? I'm going to re-roll that with my inspiration.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay, I'm going to go for the first roll then. So that was an 8 plus.
Let's just say that, like, have you seen that video of the deer going through a child toy with the music?
The slide.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
pretty much how Bergamot looks like coming out of that hole. You are out. It was
Awesome.
just not very gracious.
Awesome. And I let out an angry like snort, just and I
would say that only costed you 1 action, though. You still have
Okay.
like your 2 actions remaining.
Cool. So I'm going to continue in this direction, which is where I was trying to go in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So there.
Yes.
Cool. Now I
You're
was
right
gonna
there unimpeded.
cool, and I was gonna head north. Do I see him standing there, or is he hidden?
He is like standing near rocks. He's not really taking cover per se. He's just like looking around and being cautious, but he's not covered. Like, you can definitely see him.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stomp my hooves and make an intimidating like snarl and like put my horns down and attempt to intimidate him.
Oh yeah, I would take that. Give me an intimidation.
16.
16. Okay. He looks at you with a little bit of fear in his eyes, and he seems to be starting to realize that he did not necessarily aim at the right person.
Good.
But that's your turn.
That is my turn.
Cool. Trumps, does it do anything?
No.
Okay. Aksel, you're up. Bazza right after.
Can Aksel see like a clear path to move where there's traps, or like is it just the ones that are shown? Like, is that one that Bergamot fell into visible now?
You probably need to either take a perception check as an action, or you would like take a leap of faith and just go forward. Up to you.
So he definitely can't see the one that Bergamot fell into, just because it was
oh,
all
yeah,
happening in front of him.
Oh, the one that he fell into. Yeah, I haven't revealed it to you. Let me go put it back. There you go. That was that
Alright.
hole.
So what's Axel's movement? Why can't I see? 30 feet. Okay. Aksel is gonna move. Is that just general moving is an action, isn't it, in this game?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One action. Mhm.
It's gonna go to there.
There. Okay. You good?
And I'm good there. And then he's gonna move again.
Mm-hmm.
Straight line it to there.
Straight line there. Give me a quick reflex save.
I'm going to use my Twitch inspiration on that to reroll.
Okay.
14.
That's better. As you start to beeline towards this way, you, in the nick of time, realize that the snow seems to be a little bit thinner around there, and you notice that there were some caltrops hidden under the the snow. You managed to avoid him right as you were going through. You're good.
Cool. How many actions is that?
I would say
Aksel is
there was like 1, 2 movements,
Two.
so you have 1 action left. Yeah.
Yeah. Axel's going to take one of his picks, and this is me flavoring the sling, and fire it at the guy off one of his guitar strings.
All right, far away.
Fire away.
Oh, that's the 25 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Guess he's not bulletproof.
Hit him with your finger.
4 bludgeoning.
4 bludgeoning. Damn. Okay. Give me 1 second. So I can update this. 4 bludgeoning. He takes the pick right in his stupid face and just like, the power of rock hit me. And he looks like so disappointed. And you can definitely sense a little bit of, showing off to mask his like hurt pride. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Yes.
Bazza, you're up with Steve on deck.
Yeah, let's get some movement going. These trees here, you can walk under them, the ones by Aksel.
The ones by Aksel. Yeah.
Cool.
These are just like the canopy of trees. You can walk under them and there's no
Yeah,
problem.
so you can make it there one move. You're gonna make it all the way over there.
Yes.
No
that you
traps.
can. No traps on the way.
Good. And then he is check the range. Okay, that's pretty. He's going to just throw a javelin at this guy.
Oh yeah.
Go away.
That's a 16.
You throw the javelin, and the guy is still holding his face because of the pick,
Yeah.
and just goes like, no, and goes back up.
Flash.
You're welcome to attack again.
Yeah, I'm thinking whether I want to attack again or not. Because the multi-attack bonus is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
No, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to try to see if I take another action to see if there's any more traps around us.
Okay, give me a perception check.
16.
You do see a faint hint of a very small fishing wire right about there.
Alright, we got a water over there. Watch out.
Okay. That's your
And
turn?
that is turn.
Okay,
It's
Steve,
fishing
you
season,
evil
mate.
person. You're up
Picking
with
up
Dalia on
for-
deck.
All right. So, can Bernice get?
You're cutting off. What can Bernice do?
Can she get free this turn?
Yes, absolutely. Like right now, she removed it, and I would even say that she's very eager to go away from you at the moment.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Hmm.
She's gonna move 20. That's all she can do.
Mm-hmm.
Does this have? It does. It's 30 feet. So, yep, he's in range. She is going to baffling bluff.
Okay, what does that do?
Her antics can orient a creature. When the brownie uses baffling bluff, it targets a single creature. They must make a 17 will save.
Oh, that's not gonna go great. Let's see. 17 will save, you say? No, 9.
9. What are the rules for failure and critical failure?
10. If it's 10,
Okay, for critical
Depends
failure.
on this. Yeah, it's minus
Okay.
10, so I
Critical.
would.
So it's not critical, but failure. You are he is confused for 1 round.
Okay. Confused. Okay. Cool. 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 That sounds good. I'm gonna need to see what that means. I don't remember.
I just had it pulled on.
I got it. I got it. Confused. Oh, okay. Flat-footed. Nobody's your ally. Can't delay ready use reaction. Okay, cool beans.
Cool.
Thank you.
And then Steve will take his turn.
Yes.
And he will follow that path. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Um,
He'll actually stop
Stacy Bernice.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to cast Charm.
Oh, interesting.
And
Save.
it's a 19 will save.
Ooh. That's an 8, so that's a critical failure.
The target's attitude becomes helpful towards you again. So Steve is gonna be like, so I think you said your name was Bartholomew. We really need this mug. Or she's like gonna be really pissed and like stab Aksel in the knee or something. So can we just have it back, please?
That's so last season.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
That's
oh,
incredible.
fuck. Okay, we'll see on his turn how it turns out.
Yep,
That's your turn?
that's my turn.
Okay, Dalia, you're up. With
All right,
Brya on
and
deck.
I move here without any problem. Next to
Tell me.
Axel.
Like going straight there?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you give me, please, a small reflex save? Or no, give me a perception on this one. I would need a perception.
Okay. I'm gonna use my astrology that I fucking study the charts for every goddamn day of my life, and
Mhm.
gives me. I'm gonna roll a d8 and see if it gives me a benefit. Second, you find a d8 and roll it. Oh, 8. Awesome. That gives me a +2. So
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna roll my perception.
The first time that astrology worked for anyone.
Yes, 26.
26. Holy crap. Okay.
Let me
As
mark
you were
off-
walking towards this tree over there, you do notice some of those ivies on the trees are just like moving in your
Which
direction.
I was in my character sheet. Where did you point to?
Oh, sorry, right here. Oh, sorry, maybe you don't see it like this.
I don't see a ping.
How about
over
this?
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So can I
yeah.
circumnavigate it?
Absolutely. It
Okay.
didn't seem to come at you like in a threatening way. It was just coming towards you.
Okay.
But you can circumvent it, yeah.
Okay. And then yes. Do I see the satchel?
Yes.
Is it attached to him or is it loose on the ground?
It's currently like around his like shoulder and stuff.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to get up. Can I get up here without any problem?
Yes.
Okay. And I got one thing left I can do. I don't have a whole lot. All right. I will message Aksel. I'm right behind him. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
Does the message have any like verbal component or something? Do you have to say something?
It's
You
Or it's
whisper.
just
like
exclusively
yeah, it's like it's
because if it's a
quietly
whisper, if you're saying it quietly and you're right
it's coming
behind
out of
him.
your mouth, transfer directly to the ears of the target.
Yeah, it specifies that it doesn't come out of their mouth. So
Okay, it doesn't come out of their mouth. Okay, so all good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's your
my
turn?
turn.
Brya, you're up.
I am going to continue my way this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up right in front of him.
Indeed.
Boom.
He's currently like just looking at Steve like with a like smile.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm going to. Did I hear Steve? Am I far away?
I mean,
Steve's
Steve
not
is
quiet and doesn't hide
yeah,
shit.
He's not. Yeah, he's not.
Everybody hears.
I would say
Okay.
you have heard him.
Okay, then I'm not good.
Quick verification though, Steve. Is he considering you as like ally or like everybody in your party? I think it's just you, right?
A target's attitude becomes helpful toward you. Cannot use hostile actions against you.
Okay, cool. I wanted to know. Thank you. Is that it? Bria?
I think so, yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. That brings us to him. Oops, sorry. Next round. There we go. He's going to just reach in his satchel and just like with a hand, he would just like push Bria aside a little bit and hands a Stein towards Steve.
Oh.
I'm sorry, no disrespect, but that guy is just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he hands you a Stein.
Yeah. And it looks like the one she said we were looking.
Give me a perception check.
Oh no. This is gonna go great. Oh, come on, Steve.
That oh no gives me life. You know that?
That tracks. That's an 8. 3 on the die.
It sure looks like it.
Alright, cool. And I mean, he's being my friend.
Yeah. I'm going to take us out of combat for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody is taking aggressive actions against him. You let me know. At the moment, he doesn't seem to be aggressive against anyone. He's just like giving the Stein to Steve and keeping his hands up like, okay, I don't want any more trouble. Not a problem. We can resolve that like adults.
It lasts for an hour, by the way.
Since I'm right there, can I see if it's the real Stein? Because I got my
Yeah.
fake ready to go.
Mhm.
24.
I mean, as he was handing it out,
Mm-hmm.
with a 24, you
I
would
got
notice.
26 perception.
Well, you two notice that it's a very good fake. It's just there is this small typo on the side of the Stein.
Okay.
That's not the Stein!
He told me to give him the Stein that I had, and I give him the Stein. That's it.
I'm gonna approach him and snort again and just stare at him with
Can I?
big eyes.
I
Calm
want
the
to try to
fuck down,
grab the
Rudolph.
satchel. Yeah.
You're gonna try to grab the satchel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Holy shit! And he just turns around as you like just something is pulling out the satchel. Yes, Aksel?
I would like to cast Bonnechance to distract him
Okay.
by saying, "Hey, dude, your shoes are untied," and he needs to make a will save versus my diplomacy. But I don't know if being whatever he is by Steve, whether he can actually make that.
I mean, he can because he's not charmed by you.
Alright.
That's a 17.
Okay, so he's not distracted. Damn it.
Okay. And he just looks at you and say, "Hey, fuckface, your zipper is open." Okay, so I'm gonna leave now. Keep the satchel. Can I just keep my backpack because there's my tent, there's my food and everything?
I want to take his stuff.
But,
you need me to roll for it?
But like, can we just make sure we have the right cup and then he can just have the rest and like stuff?
That's
He's
what I
just
wanted
like-
to do it. Yeah.
He's
Now
trying to
let's-
take a step back. He sees that he's surrounded. And he's like, okay. Full disclosure. This is indeed not the right Stein.
Mhm.
But in the interest of full disclosure, at the moment I'm the only one who knows where the Stein is hidden, so maybe you let me go. And you know, how about this? I don't need that Stein that much. I could use a few coin though. A little bit of money, I'll tell you where it is, and we all separate good friends.
And just gonna walk. He missed with a javelin, so presumably it's somewhere behind him between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, is that a fair
Yeah,
assumption to make?
absolutely. Oh yeah,
So he's going
absolutely.
to walk slowly through the snow, and that's a line.
Mm-hmm.
To behind him, pick up the javelin, and then like as he's throwing it within his hand, it's like, Mike, now you'd be lying to us, would you? You're not hiding this Stein somewhere we wouldn't think of looking, are you?
I am not lying. I did hide the Stein. It is not on my person at the moment. It is hidden somewhere that only I know. And I'm not gonna lie, if I get hurt some more, I might not be very inclined to tell you where it is.
But if we get some more after that, you might be inclined to tell us where it is. Get roll intimidation for that. He's done.
Give me intimidation, yeah.
It's not gonna be very good. The 15.
15. Okay. It's like, okay. That's a fair point. Yeah, you make a very good point. And he just points at the tree where his hammock used to be. And he's like, in that trunk, I've hidden it. Okay? Can I please just go? I don't want more trouble. It's just a fucking Stein. It's just for my pride. I just need to go.
Not until we know we have it.
You can leave when we have it.
Yeah, when we have it.
But like, you should like do another.
You cut out.
You're cut out,
You
babe.
cut out.
I'm going to scream. This microphone is so many $100s, and it does this to me all the time. It's fine. Steve is gonna say, but like, maybe we can hang out for a minute. Like, that was a really cool and stuff, and like, we can toots be friends.
I mean, I'd like that. It's just that, no offense, but you keep a bad company. If
But
like your friends are a bit brute, you know.
I mean,
Very
you kind of
aggressive.
like set traps up for them that like attack them and hurt them. You also hurt my niece. And I look around. Bernice is gone, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It's been more than a minute.
Okay, for Bernice, that's my bad. That's on me. For the traps though, I did warn you people not to go further, so that's kind of on you guys. You know, technically.
Oh, I
Yes?
have a question. Would you consider
Uh-huh.
me grabbing his bag a hostile action?
I would. I mean, yeah, but I don't think it would ruin the charm because it's like a. Oh yeah.
No, the invisibility. If I do something hostile, then I'm no longer invisible.
Yeah.
It's
I
okay.
would
I just
say
want to know.
no. I would say no because the intimidation of Bazza earlier was not either. So I would say you can grab it without like.
Invisible.
You do not
Okay.
mean to do it harm, so I would not
Right.
call it like pass action.
While all this is happening, I want to be looking through his bag and backpack and everything to see if the sign is
Hey!
there.
That's my stuff. That's my stuff. Be careful. It's fragile.
I don't see shit. I'm invisible.
Okay. He just see like the bag floating around
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I would need everybody to roll me a reflex save, please.
Oh.
Including Steve?
Everybody.
16.
Oh, damn.
17.
I think I have inspiration.
17.
Yep. I'm using my inspiration.
Damn.
That was hideous.
24.
Okay.
26. That's better.
Oh, that would have been so good story-wise. As you're rummaging through his bag, at some point you notice this sort of like little pouch inside, and when you open it, there is this flash of light. And for a second, every one of you has this ringing in your ear and just this like persistence in your eyes. You shake it off very fast, and for a bit you see that he was already ready to book off. He's like,
Mhm.
okay. Okay. I'm just gonna sit down You see, in a non-threatening way, and he just sits down and just looks hurt in his pride. Nevertheless, inside the bag, you do find, some basic rations and, sleeping arrangements and stuff. You find tons of lewd parchments, spicy poems and the such.
Oh,
And
stuff in my pockets. Stuff in my pockets.
I would even say that with the rolls that you've done so far, you would notice that it is the same handwriting as the note that was left on the. So he seems to have written them, but there is
Okay.
no trace of the Stein.
Okay.
Axel, yes.
While this is taking place, can I go to the trunk where he
Yes.
said it's hidden and investigate?
You absolutely can. Give me a perception check.
Oh, net 20 for 29.
Damn.
You don't even have to get close to that tree to just notice the slight shine coming from inside. And in there, so indeed, is a sign. Beautiful, shining.
Is it the Stein? Do I know that with
No
the
trust.
29?
Oh, with a 29, you absolutely know this is the one.
And is there any other loot in there that he's stolen from people?
Nope, it was just a Stein.
I've got the Stein.
Okay,
Aksel
so
will
you
announce
see
to
that I
everybody.
did not. So you see that I did not lie. So we can just call it quits,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
I believe
Annaline's
that we-
not gonna have a word with him, don't you think?
Andaline
He got
didn't say
in
anything
for her
about him.
security.
She said specifically bring the Stein back.
Yeah, here the lady. She's right. Bring the
Yeah,
Stein.
nah, but he stole from other people. I say we bring him back and,
How did
take
you
him to
get
court or
through
whatever.
to the bathroom without anybody seeing you?
How can we hand him over to the guards?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I did not get out of it without being seen, and he just points at his boots, and you can see that his soles are reversed on his boots.
I knew it! I told you guys. His head
You
feet
did
were
call it.
backward.
Mhm.
Yeah, I knew it. I was right.
Steve is going to intervene.
Mhm.
Because he's like, oh, I've got an idea. So, they'll take her this Stein, and we can go and have, a really cool cake. There's, a bakery right there in town. It's totally chill. Steve's lying. So he would like to try to do a deception and convince him to come with us.
Ah,
Ooh.
he's lying.
Interesting.
What?
He's lying, so I would definitely need a deception check from you.
Let me just use my plus 11 deception here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh,
18.
so good. It's
Yeah.
so,
I mean, two questions.
He's charmed by me.
Do they have blueberry cupcakes?
Oh, absolutely.
Second question, are you sure that none of your friends are going to beat me up when I get there?
I are totes. They will not beat you up. That I promise.
Okay. Begrudgingly, he will just follow you guys. How long does your charm last?
1 hour.
Okay. Just as a note, you walked a little bit more than an hour to get there, so it would probably wear off halfway there.
I would try to charm him again.
Okay, that's a will save?
Will save of 19.
Can I try my Bonnechance before that happens?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look out, a bear!
Will save again?
Yeah.
22. He
That's
points
okay,
at
you're
you like,
the good one.
look out, an asshole. And
Steve laughs. He thinks that's really funny.
And for your charming 22 again.
Damn it!
So
Here you go.
Sorry, I've lost. I lost my sound. Can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we can hear you again.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I can hear you guys. So, do I have inspiration?
No.
Okay.
and he resists a save. Are you supposed to know instantly if the creature resisted?
That's the thing. It's only a success, not a crit. So the target is unaffected, but thinks my spell was something harmless instead of charm, unless it chooses to identify the spell.
Okay, cool. He still follows you guys. He looks worried by the minute. Every single step he takes towards Circle Creek, he seems worried as hell. Yes, Bazza?
Who's carrying the sack and the backpack that the guy had? Because
Dalia.
You tell
that's
me?
I mean, we can split
not
it, but Dalia wants to carry the sack since she's already rummaging through it, and then Bazza will carry his bag. Does that work out?
I just had
So-
it. I don't care if anybody else wants to carry it.
So we've stripped him of all of his stuff.
He's got his clothes, but
Yes.
yeah, like,
He-
we've got the
he-
backpack
he-
and the sack. Because
he
Bazza
does
doesn't
have
trust
a
this guy to
thing,
carry
yeah.
the sack.
He does have a sling on him that you haven't removed yet, but he's not taking any dreadful actions towards you guys.
He's surrounded by 6 people with weapons.
Yeah,
I don't
keeping
think
an
he's
eye-
stupid.
Keep an
Pretty
eye on
much.
him.
He's not Steve.
If Bazza's happy
As
so long as
you're-
the guy doesn't have like the sack and the bag on him.
As you arrive to Circle Creek, do you head straight to the dancing animal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You arrive there, and Lean is just pacing inside and sees you guys coming with that guy, and is like, oh. Well, hello, friend. Tell me you have the Stein.
Aksel will produce the Stein.
Oh. Would you be a dear and put it back where it belongs?
Absolutely,
Please.
boss lady. And he'll go and put it back.
Steve will pull out the fake one. He tried to give us this, but it's like totally not real. And he lied to me about it.
That is extremely rude.
Right?
And the guy's like, technically, you kind of lied to me about the cupcakes.
I would
Oh,
not. I'm
no,
going to
sorry,
get a cupcake
sorry,
after this.
cupcake. Yeah. There's
Okay.
cupcake.
Endelin just comes and very gently, oh so gently, puts an arm around his shoulder and says, I'll take it from here. We're just going to have a little talk in my office. You did wonderful. Such a good investment. And she hands the pouch of coins with your total salary of 10 gold pieces each. She just leads the guy that is
Lady.
he looks like he lost like an inch of height in the process. Yes, Bazza?
What do you want to do with the bag of stuff you stole? He's still like
Oh.
Bazza still got like the sack on him.
I'm keeping the dirty poems for sure.
I think we should take that back to the guild hall and have a good investigation. If we can return anything to its rightful owners, we will. Otherwise, we can spoils of war.
He just
I would have
she's
let
just being
Annalie
such as,
know.
like,
Let
yeah.
Annalie know about the area with all the traps, because we probably didn't spring them all, just to let her be aware that that's happening.
The guy very like, like shy. He's like, you missed 2, okay? Endelin just looks at you guys. Wonderful job. You know what to do. Do not forget to go see Ukan at some point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a talk now, and she just like taps his chest a little bit. Yeah, yes, ma'am. She leads him to his office. The door closes, and none of you have any idea what's going on in there. And all you know is that you don't see her for quite a bit. And that's why we're going to stop for today. So, congratulations on your already successful mission and first mission for Bazza. Congrats. man.
Yay, look at that.
Congrats.
He lives.
Does it?
Next week, we're going to have something different, if I'm not
Battle
mistaken.
chicken.
There's going to be some battle chickens, you guys.
Very excited about that.
I personally have no idea what it is, but I'm very excited for it, and I'm sure that they have some very fun stuff in store for you guys. In the meantime, you guys, do not forget to just follow, join Discord if you want, apply to the Horde because as you've seen, it's super fun, and don't forget our partnership with the Humble Bundle. And in the meantime, well, everybody have a very, very good time zone, and see you very soon. Bye.